Hello everybody and welcome to Monday Night Raw. We just came off
a big backlash.
We just came off of a huge backlash review. Now it doesn't mean anything to us here on Raw because that's SmackDown. But it was an epic show.
We should mention that our predictions that we took in our little pre-show podcast type thing, we ended up tying. I think it was 5-5 or something. So,
yes.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. I don't know what we got if we won. So, I don't
all right, well,
anything, but
we got a good show here on Raw. Let me recap what happened last week. We saw Carmella beating Alexa Bliss in our first match of our women's title tournament. Carmella moving on, eliminating Alexa Bliss, which was a surprise to a lot of people. Then we had two fatal four-way matches to determine who would face each other for the Universal Championship at Extreme Rules, which is in about 4 weeks. And the winners were Jeff Hardy and Andrade Cien Almas. So those two will face off in a ladder match at Extreme Rules. Now we have two more women's tournament matches to determine who will move on. We have Bayley versus Kairi Sane. This should be a good one. The winner of this will face Carmella in the next round. Then we have Sarah Logan versus Lana in another tournament matchup. And then our main event, Jeff Hardy, he's going to be facing off for the Universal Championship Extreme Rules. So I thought, put him in a match, put him in the main event, and who better than Adam Cole, baby? Adam Cole. So let's get started with our first contest. But we gotta sim the rest of these matches. Don't mind these matches, they don't matter. Even though you might think they do. Russo, I don't care. These matches don't matter, okay? These are the matches that matter. Alright, so let's start with our first match. Our first round matchup, one of our first round matchups for the women's tournament. Again, the winner will face Carmella. Not next Raw, but the Raw after that. And the loser obviously will get eliminated. So, it's going to be a big one. So this is obviously a big Monday Night Raw. We are 4 weeks away from Extreme Rules. We already have a couple matches set up for Extreme Rules. Andrade Cien Almas versus Jeff Hardy for the Universal Championship in a ladder match will happen. That will main event the show. But we also have a 6-man elimination match for the Intercontinental Championship. And also we're going to have this women's title match. But we got to see who will be facing each other in the finals. Let's get ready. Bayley versus Kairi Sane. And coming out is Bayley, the hugger. She hugs, and it's quite ridiculous. I look at Bayley, and obviously I'm a big fan of her. I'm a big fan of what she does, and I think that she shows a lot of charisma. She doesn't show off. She doesn't try and act like, oh, she's all that. She's just a kind, warm-hearted person who just cares about everyone. I guarantee you she probably hates wrestling in the sense that she hates beating up people because she is just that nice of a person.
You know what? I think the whole I'm a hugger thing is just a facade. I think really she care about the fans and you know what?
Whoa. You do not question Bayley and her love for the fans, and you do not question her and her hugs. One thing about Bayley is she cares about her fans, even those crazy fans.
Well, if they make her money, I'm sure they do.
Bayley doesn't care about money. She cares about a couple things. She cares about winning the women's title. She cares about being, the best in the business, and that is that. Now coming out, Kairi Sane, I shouldn't say former, but she did win the Mae Young Classic. This is her first opportunity to win a women's title on Raw.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You know what? My personal favorite in this match, I believe Kairi Sane deserves it. I believe Bayley, she's kind of washed up. She's had her time. What has she really done so far? I mean, like, she had her moments, but now she's kind of just not doing it. There needs to be somebody new come in and have the spotlight.
Now, a lot of people say Kairi is one of the best wrestlers, women's wrestlers, in WWE today, but you gotta believe that Bayley, her experience and, her determination and her heart could help her win this match. Now, Kairi Sane, no one is doubting her determination. No one's doubting her heart. I mean, you look at what she did in NXT, even when it looked like the odds were against her, even in the Mae Young Classic, it looked like the odds were against her. She came out of nowhere and won the matches. She's got a lethal elbow drop. I think everyone agrees with that. But this should be a very good match because these two are some of the best women's wrestlers today in Bayley and Kairi Sane. But this will be a good one.
Yes, it will.
The ref ringing the bell, and here we go. One of our first round tournaments. One of the second match of our first round tournament. If you missed Raw last week, obviously Carmella shocking a lot of people. Can we agree that it was a shocker that she beat Alexa Bliss? I mean, Carmella's good, and we gotta respect Carmella and what she's done. But beating a girl who's won so many women's titles, has really been the best in the business for a while, is surprising. But that was last week. Now we got this week, and we got Kairi Sane versus Bayley in what should be a very good match.
Yes. It should definitely be one to watch.
And when you look at these two girls, Bayley, she's won one women's championship. She won it a while ago, and a lot of people say that her women's title, win was nobody thinks her title reign was that good. A lot of people say, oh, her title reign was horrible. She lost to Alexa Bliss. She didn't really have much. A lot of people even going as far to say that, pulled down by Sasha Banks, and she was carrying that friendship and that team. And now she is by herself on Raw, and I think she's going to show why she didn't need Sasha Banks, and she never did need Sasha Banks. And tonight, she's got to prove herself. Obviously, this is going to be a tough match. Kairi Sane is no joke. Kairi Sane brings a lot of energy and, a lot of greatness to her ability. And here's a pin by Bayley. Bayley not getting the count. You wonder with Kairi Sane, this is a woman who, won the NXT Women's Championship, beating an impressive Shayna Baszler. And a lot of people didn't think she would. A lot of people said there's no way. But again, she's beaten her twice. She's beaten her in the Mae Young Classic Finals and beat her for the women's title. We also have to remember, this is her first time on Raw. This is her first appearance on Raw. This is her first appearance on the main roster. So, she's never faced Bayley in her career, as far as I'm concerned. And, she hasn't experienced what Bayley is. So, this is going to be a tough match for both of them because they don't have experience with each other when it comes to knowing their moves and what they can do. I think that, it's going to be an aggressive match. It's going to be an intense match. But both of these ladies want nothing more than to win this tournament and become the Raw Women's Champion.
Oh, yes, of course. I feel like everybody's kind of in the same boat with that. They all want this win. But even if they win this match, they've still got to beat Carmella, and then they still got to beat somebody else. So it's a long road to that.
And Carmella's shown that she can go. Like, Carmella showed us what she could do last week, and this one isn't going to be easy for Bayley and Kairi Sane, but Carmella's not going to be an easy matchup either. And it looks like Kairi is getting ready. Kairi saying, oh, nice move there, and she's going up for that elbow drop. Is she going to hit it? That's the question. Wait, she's going, oh, the knees. Kairi Sane that
did not work out in her favor.
Was that a mistake? Was that the inexperience? A mistake by Kairi?
Quite possibly.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with how good Kairi is, but that seemed like, she should have went with the elbow drop. Instead, she went up for a backflip, and it just didn't work out. Now Bayley's in control. This could be the bad for Kairi Sane.
Yes, of course. That could have been a mistake But then again, even if she did go for the elbow drop, Bayley could have rolled out of the way. There's always that.
She wasn't capacitated enough, is what you're saying. Bayley wasn't capacitated enough.
Well, clearly, she was able to get her knees up.
And there, Bayley. Oh, but now Kairi Sane's got her for a nice suplex. But Bayley was near the ropes there.
Yes.
And now Kairi Sane's going back up. You gotta think she's going for the elbow this time. The elbow has to be, and she's gonna go for it. Oh, she nails it. Is that it? Is Kairi going to the second round of the women's tournament? Yes, she is. That is a huge win.
I think so. I think that was the appropriate winner. I feel like this is her time.
So that does mean, if you are wondering, that means Kairi Sane will meet Carmella. Not next week, but the week after, in a second round matchup. The winners moving on to the finals and moving on to Extreme Rules to face someone else for the women's title. But you gotta give Bayley credit. She tried. She tried her hardest, and I think it's just the power of Kairi Sane was too much for Bayley. Bayley had her chances, but the elbow drop was just too lethal, and Bayley couldn't really get a lot of offense in on Kairi Sane.
Now we are going to go on to another women's match.
That is right. We have Sarah Logan versus Lana coming up next, and that's going to be an interesting matchup because these are two people that no one expects to win. No one expects to even win, to win this tournament. Like, not a lot of people are excited for this match, and I don't agree with that. I think it could be a good match. Yes, Lana, she's only been wrestling for a while, and she's kind of green in that sense, but, Sarah Logan is a professional. She's been in the business for a while, wrestling business for a while, and, she was in the Mae Young Classic. She lost, but she was in the Mae Young Classic and herself. But as we said, Sarah Logan, Lana, the winner will face the winner of Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, which will be on next week's episode of Raw. That should be a good one there. And it's kind of interesting, Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan are in the Riott Squad together. So you gotta think it's gonna be a friendly matchup. So there's a possibility we could see the Riott Squad face each other next week, and the week after that if Sarah Logan wins tonight.
Yes.
Which, if you're putting your money, a lot of people are putting their money on Sarah Logan in this. Do you think that's deserved?
You know what, I think so. I don't necessarily know if it's because of what Sarah Logan has done.
Anything. So they're both really, they're trying to get their moment. They're trying to achieve that great moment. And for them, Sarah Logan, she's with the Riott Squad, and how big would it be for her to come out of this match, win it, and then beat one of her friends next week, or not necessarily next week, but the next round, and then go to the finals at Extreme Rules, and face either Carmella or Kairi Sane, and win the title. That would be huge.
Yes, I think that would really prove a lot of people wrong. And I feel like when people look at the Riott Squad, it's all about Ruby Riott. I mean, come on, the Riott Squad. I feel like Sarah Logan's kind of in the dust, but I feel like this would show that she's something to look out for.
Now we have Lana, and the thing with Lana, she's inexperienced. She doesn't have as much experience as a lot of the women's wrestlers today. And a lot of people say that puts her at a disadvantage, and no one's giving her a chance in this tournament. I look at Reddit, I look at WWE.com, I look at Facebook, Twitter, and everyone's saying, why is Lana even in this tournament? Why is Lana even being given a chance? But I believe in Lana. I think that, being trained by Rusev, with the help of Rusev, who is a great wrestler himself, has done a lot in the WWE, that she can achieve greatness. She can be good. She's not as experienced as the other female performers here in WWE. It's also about luck. Sometimes you just need to be lucky.
For me personally, I feel like Lana is kind of a diva wrestling in the women's division here. She's too worried about her looks and looking good and being saucy. I feel like she needs to leave now. I think she needs to not care, and I think she just needs to wrestle.
Well, a lot of people do say it's Happy Lana Day. I mean, it's Happy Rusev Day and Happy Lana Day every day. So, whoa, what a big move there by Sarah Logan. That was out of nowhere.
It might not be Lana Day today.
Now, you know, a lot of people will say that Lana shouldn't be a wrestler, that she should stick as a manager. I don't agree with that. I think everyone deserves a shot. I think everyone deserves to prove themselves. And if Lana wants to be a wrestler, if Lana thinks she's good enough to win a title, to be great, and she doesn't want to manage Rusev, she can do whatever the heck she wants. And I'm proud of her for it.
Maybe Lana should go and have to start where all the other wrestlers had to start. Why does she have to be demoted down to NXT and have to work her way up to the WWE? Why does she all of a sudden get this opportunity just simply because she manages and is married to Rusev?
I don't like the way you're putting that, to be honest with you, because yes, Lana she didn't have to go through NXT, she didn't have to go through FCW or whatever, but I think that, you know, managing so long and, you know, all that, you know, she's proven that, you know, at the very least, she can put on a decent match. She's not a terrible wrestler.
Because of who she's wrestling, that is carrying her and making her good.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: we can't count Lana out just because of her experience. Yes, Lana doesn't have the experience. Oh, here's a count. No, we can't. You know, hey Jeremy, how you doing? But back to what I was saying. You can't count Lana out. Yes, she's inexperienced compared to Sarah Logan, compared to Carmella, compared to Alexa Bliss. But I think managing and watching Rusev fight for all those years, I think she learned a thing or two from Rusev, if I'm being honest.
I don't know if I agree with you on that. I feel like Sarah Logan definitely has the upper hand.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing that Sarah Logan is probably the favorite in this match. In fact, I think everyone agrees Sarah Logan is the favorite in this match and will probably win. But we can't just act like Lana has zero chance. You know, Lana does have a chance. She's just gotta take her opportunities and achieve them, you know. Obviously, this has been a pretty decent match, I would say. These two are fighting quite a bit. You want to talk about Sarah Logan? She's that aggressive. She's like in the NHL they have gritty players, you know, tough guys. She's like a tough enforcer in wrestling, and to me, she looks like an enforcer. Look at what she has done for the Riot Squad. She's done a lot. You know, she is a great member of the Riot Squad. She has helped the Riot Squad do some good things. But I think if she wins this match, and if she wins next week's match, and if she wins the tournament and becomes the new women's champion, I think we gotta look at Sarah Logan in a new light, because she is proving herself, and I think that she is going to prove herself to be more than just the Riot Squad.
This match has gone on a lot longer than I thought it would.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A lot of back and forth.
You know, a lot of people thought Lana would lose in 30 seconds because they thought Lana, she can't do anything. You know, everyone says she can't do anything. She's not good enough. But I think she is good enough. Like, it's hard to explain because, you know, Lana obviously inexperience, you know, being green in the ring, you know, maybe not having the most moves, the biggest move set, you know, she's not a high flyer, she's not a submission specialist, so, you know, she doesn't really have that niche, you know what I mean? And that might put her at a disadvantage against someone like a hard-hitting, aggressive, you know, gritty style that Sarah Logan has. You know, because, yeah, Lana is what she is, but this is a tough match. And, you know, these two, Sarah Logan's got to be careful to not get counted out. If a count out happens, then I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to disqualify both women in this match, and the Liv Morgan Ruby Riott match might have to become a second round matchup if that happens, which obviously I don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. We want to see a winner in this match. We want to see the potential of one of these two girls facing Ruby Riott or Liv Morgan.
But they brought it back in the ring.
This match has gone on pretty long. Lana is showing she's showing what she can do out there. She's not giving up. She's giving 100%.
I feel like they're both doing quite well. You think that they might, maybe in the future, if they don't win the title, they'll maybe get a title shot?
Here's the thing with my women's division here on Raw. Everyone's going to get a shot. Because there's not one woman that I put above anyone else. I don't. Oh, and Sarah Logan with the win, but you gotta respect Lana, how hard she worked in that match. But Sarah Logan is moving on, which guarantees that we're gonna see a Riott Squad member fight each other twice. We're gonna see obviously Liv Morgan versus Ruby Riott next week on Raw, and then we're going to see the winner of that face Sarah Logan. So 2 straight matches of the Riott Squad facing each other in a match.
A match Riott Squad would feel pretty good about this. The chances are pretty high right now.
Yeah, because this guarantees a Riott Squad member is going to the finals. This guarantees it, that a Riott Squad member will be in the finals of the tournament and will be fighting for the Raw Women's Championship at Extreme Rules. This guarantees it with this win.
Is this, what happens if one of them goes and they bring in the others to, say, distract or to make it so for sure they
you know, obviously, you know, the Riott Squad, you know, there's a chances that they're going to interrupt. There's chances that they're going to distract and whatever. But I don't think that we should be worried about that. I think they respect me as the GM of this brand, and I think they would listen to me if I said, hey, don't interrupt this match. We want a fair fight. We want a fair fight at Extreme Rules. And the funny thing is, it's going to be, I'm not sure what match type it's going to be, but it's going to be an extreme match. Coming up next.
We got one-on-one action coming your way next. We have a real fan.
Coming up next, we have our main event of the evening, and this should be one heck of a match. Adam Cole, baby, versus Jeff Hardy. Now, if you missed last week's Raw, Jeff Hardy is going to be facing Andrade Cien Almas at Extreme Rules for the Universal Championship. So Jeff Hardy, you know, this is like a, you know, this is his first time ever facing Adam Cole, by the way. So this might be a tough matchup. But let's talk about Cole. This is a guy that will be competing for the Intercontinental title at Extreme Rules in a 6-man elimination match. And a lot of people look at Adam Cole and what he's done to WWE. He's done a lot. He's won the North American title. He built this amazing stable in the Undisputed, and they have dominated since they came to WWE. NXT, they've dominated. A lot of people are saying Adam Cole might be the favorite to win the Intercontinental title at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I feel like he might even be a surprising favorite to win this match.
I mean, we can't doubt Adam Cole. We have to at least respect. We have to at least respect what he's done. Adam Cole, you know, he came into this, you know, into NXT. He didn't care what the fans thought of him, and that's what I love about him. He doesn't care what you think about him, because he's gonna prove everyone wrong every day that he comes out in this ring, and he's probably gonna prove a lot of people wrong today, because he might win this match. And you know how huge it would be for me as the GM watching this match if Adam Cole beats Jeff Hardy. He just jumped over a lot of other wrestlers in the Universal title contention. He just leapfrogged a bunch of guys if he beats Jeff Hardy, who could be the next Universal champion. Speaking of Jeff Hardy, this is a guy, he's won the WWE Championship. He's won the World Heavyweight Championship. He's won the Intercontinental Championship. I don't even have to mention how many tag team championships he's won with his brother Matt Hardy. He is the charismatic enigma, as they say. But Jeff Hardy, you know, you always gotta be worried with him taking risks. You know, we saw a risk being taken earlier today when Kairi Sane took that risk off of the top of the turnbuckle, and it didn't work out for him. This is a guy that doesn't care. If it doesn't work out for the first time, he'll do it again. If it doesn't work out the second time, he'll do it again. He doesn't care if the risk fails. He'll continue to risk his body. He'll continue to take risks if that means winning the match. And I'm a little worried that with that Universal title match being a ladder match, Jeff Hardy could end his career if he takes too many risks. And do you think he should take risks in this match specifically? I mean, in this match, if Jeff Hardy loses this match, obviously it would look bad on him. Yeah. It wouldn't look great on him. But does he really need to take the risk to win a match that doesn't do much? And if he gets injured in this match, then there he goes for the ladder match, Extreme Rules. Then he's not going to be competing for the Universal title.
Well, that is the question, Does he play it safe? Does he, not give it his all just simply so that he can be prepared for the Universal title match? And so he can give his all then? But I feel like he's not the kind of wrestler to do that. He's the kind of wrestler to give it his all every single match.
There's no arguing that Jeff Hardy gives 100% when he's in that ring. It doesn't matter. He could be facing Braun Strowman or Kurt Hawkins. He's given 100% in that ring. He is not going to give you any less than 100%. The guy just works. And that is why he is a former world champion, a former WWE champion, former Intercontinental champion, and the list goes on. That is why he is what he is. Because he doesn't, take days off. He doesn't just, I'm not gonna care about this match. I'm not gonna give a damn about this match. He gives a damn about every match he's in. He tries to win every match he's in, and that is why he is where he is.
And I think that's why he's such a risk taker.
And a fan favorite.
He wants to win, and he'll do what he has to.
And the risk taking is not only to win, but to make the fans love him. Jeff Hardy loves when the fans love him. Jeff Hardy, as a GM of Raw, I would not be disappointed at all if Jeff Hardy wins the Universal title. Jeff Hardy as the face of my brand is not disappointing at all. He sells merch a lot. He's a great merch seller. Kids, women, even adult men love Jeff Hardy. You don't really have that. Usually it's the adult men love a guy, women and children hate them, or the other way around. But you never have a situation where everyone loves a guy. And Jeff Hardy is that guy that everyone loves. And that's why he's such a high merch seller. That's why everyone watches his matches. That's why everyone buys tickets to see Jeff Hardy. And that's why I would be happy if Jeff Hardy was the face of Monday Night Raw come Extreme Rules.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. But what if Andrade Cien Almas?
I'm not going to say Andrade Cien Almas doesn't have a chance. Because everyone's saying Jeff Hardy, he's got the experience, not only as a wrestler, he's been in the ring longer, but because he's been more in ladder matches. In fact, Andrade Cien Almas has never been in a ladder match in WWE or NXT. So he doesn't know what it feels like to be in a ladder match. Now, maybe he has in Mexico or wherever he wrestled before, but he's never been in a ladder match, and he's never been in a ladder match against this type of guy. Now, I'm not saying that Andrade can't win. He can win, and if he does, that's a huge career-boosting thing to do. To go from your first title match and winning the Universal title, and now we have a pin. Adam Cole looking for the win here, and he's gonna get it. What a win! Wow. He just leapfrogged a lot of the contenders with that win. I did not expect that. What a win!
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely something. But is that something that makes you think Jeff Hardy is the one who's contending for the Universal, while Adam Cole's only contending for the Intercontinental? Do you think something's up there?
Here's what I say. Adam Cole has only been in WWE, NXT for a year. Jeff Hardy has been in the WWE for almost 15 years. Obviously, there was times where he wasn't there, but he's been there for more than 15 years. And he's got the accolades. So yeah, if he loses a match to a guy like Adam Cole, but we gotta give some respect to Adam Cole. We can't act like, oh, Jeff Hardy lost to a noob, oh, Jeff Hardy lost to a scrub. Jeff Hardy lost to a great wrestler. A great wrestler in Adam Cole. He didn't just lose to no scrub.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But that was a great main event, And this has been a great Raw. Obviously, next week we will see Ruby Riott face Liv Morgan in the final first-round matchup in this women's title tournament. And then we will see Andrade Cien Almas facing Adam Cole in the main event. So Andrade has to look at this and be like, hey, Jeff Hardy lost to Adam Cole.
If he can beat
If I beat Adam Cole. But Adam Cole has definitely, in my opinion, gone up the rankings with this win.
What happens if he does beat Andrade?
Then, Adam Cole all of a sudden, to me, becomes the next contender. And even if he wins the Intercontinental Championship, he becomes the next Universal title contender. But this was a great show. A lot of great matches. A lot of crazy matches. But coming up, obviously, tomorrow, SmackDown Live, which is the first show since Backlash. Which, it's the payoff of Backlash. Backlash was a crazy pay-per-view. And
we have all of our,
a bunch of new champions.
Yes, all of our champs have been crowned.
It's going to be crazy. And then 205 Live, Cedric Alexander still the Cruiserweight Champion after an excellent match with Drew Gulak at Backlash. And then, again, Monday Night Raw next week. So thank you guys for watching. This has been an incredible Monday Night Raw. We will be back for SmackDown Live next, either tomorrow or whenever. SmackDown Live is going to be soon. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you next time.
Goodbye, everyone.